On this show, we tend to concern ourselves with the little things, which of course means we usually completely neglect the big things. We should probably neglect the little things, too.
Hello, and welcome to Seincast, a retrospective on all 180 episodes of Seinfeld, being hosted by two guys who can barely run their own lives. Oh yeah, my name's Vinnie.
My name's Matt.
Forgot about that part.
I heard you say your name. I swear I did. Oh, man.
Nope, didn't happen.
Oh, boy. How you doing?
Good, now.
Pretty quiet on the news front this week.
Nothing's happening in the realm of Seinfeld, is there?
Oh, except one thing. Everyone knows that Curb Your Enthusiasm is returning. It's official for a 9th season sometime in the near future.
All right.
Did this surprise you, or did you see it coming?
I didn't see it coming, and I was surprised, but I wasn't like, I can't believe it. I just said,
Right.
oh, great, more Curb.
It would be more surprising if Seinfeld came back for a 10th season.
Absolutely.
Right. But this, it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. Because, Larry never really wraps up Curb season by season.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like this is our send-off,
Yeah.
cut to black. It always feels like, hey, if we want to come back, we will.
Right. I love that.
From doing Clear History to Fish in the Dark, it kind of felt like Larry was kind of done with Curb for a while. He wanted to try other,
Right.
avenues, other mediums.
Bernie Sanders this past year.
Yeah, that's right, sketch comedy. As you could tell, from Fish in the Dark and Bernie Sanders on SNL, Larry David, I think, is just as popular as he's ever been.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's almost like you could gauge, the reaction to everything he's done as sort of, is there still interest in me and what I do? And
oh, yeah.
it just seems...
He's adored now. He's considered a comic genius.
Absolutely. And, HBO have gone on record, I think, saying, hey, whenever Larry wants to come back, we'll do a 9th season. In fact, Vinny, they're giving him, I think, sort of like as much time as he needs on this 9th season. We don't have a release date yet, or a premiere date, rather, for the season. But I would imagine by this time next year, we'll have the official date. I don't know how long it takes to film and, produce and put all the episodes together. But I would think next summer we'll have an official release date.
I can be patient.
Yeah. This is from the website medium.com. I'll just read this real quick. The Emmy and Golden Globe winning comedy series Curb Your Enthusiasm starring Larry David will return to HBO for its 9th season. It was announced today by Casey Bloys, President, HBO Programming. Details of the new season will be announced as they are confirmed. This is the president speaking. We're thrilled that Larry has decided to do a new season of Curb and can't wait to see what he has planned. Asked why he decided to come back, David said, in the immortal words of Julius Caesar, I left, I did nothing, I returned. So
on Reddit, there somebody said there's no more Larry David like response that you could have than that.
Yes. I left, I did nothing, I returned. So yeah, probably in the next, I don't know. I say wait till 2017 to get like an official premiere date. But I'm sure we'll hear little bits about casting or, people out in LA saying, hey, look, they're filming Curb Your Enthusiasm here. Mm-hmm.
We mentioned JB Smoove last week that he, talked to Larry. And it's like, yeah, it'll probably happen.
Oh, we didn't mention that. He was on a radio show recently, right? Kind of talking about the potential for a 9th season. Mm-hmm.
Well, Larry called him, right, and said, JB doesn't like to bring it up anymore. He used to ask about Curb, now he doesn't. Larry brought it up. He said, if I did more, would you be up for it? And JB said, you let me know when, I'll be there.
That's sort of the sentiment for most people on Curb. Like Jeff Garlin has said the same thing. Richard Lewis.
Yeah.
Everyone's just pretty much waiting on Larry. So
I actually hope to see some Cheryl Hines in this upcoming season 9. That would be nice.
Yeah, she's been sort of absent from the last, season or two. But I'm sure, dude, like, if this is the last season, like officially, you're going to
say that.
Well, it's possible, right?
Yeah.
I think this is more likely to be the last season than I mean, we haven't had like a proper finale since season 5. Do you remember that one?
That's the Blacks, right?
No, that's season
Or Richard
6.
Lewis Needs a Kidney.
Yes.
Because that felt the finale of season 5 felt like it could have been the series finale of Curb.
Right. And I remember after season 5 saying, oh, wait, they're coming back? How can they top that? And you realize, oh, my God, the show could just go on forever, really. Yeah. But there's something nice about 9 seasons of Curb, 9 seasons of Seinfeld.
Go on.
Also, 10 episodes per season. That would make it 90 episodes of Curb, which is half of Seinfeld's 180.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I like that. But, hey, we have a lot to look forward to when this 9th season premieres. We'll keep everyone updated with any, bits of news that kind of fall our way. Thanks to everyone that reached out to us and let us know about the announcement. One other bit of news here dates back to all the way back to last week when we recorded the Mom and Pop Store. The big celebrity, Jerry Seinfeld, decided to interrupt our recording and do an AMA on Reddit. There are some incredible responses here. We'll include a link in our show notes, but I pulled a few of them, actually quite a few, that tie into Seinfeld, the TV show, and Comedians in Cars that I figured we could just maybe talk about here a little bit, Vinny. First up, right at the top, someone asked, hey, do you ever watch Seinfeld when it's on TV? You're just flipping through the channels. And Jerry said, I don't, but I do consider it for a split second. And then I go, I can't do it. He says it's like watching your home movies, and it's just him watching him. It's kind of weird, which I think makes sense. Jerry doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would want to watch himself on TV.
No, it's like when Margaret asked him, kiss me. I can't. I think it's really sweet that he thinks about it, but he just can't do it, and that he thinks of this glorious show that we all adore as little home movies. He's looking back in time. Yes. Can you imagine though him being a man in his 60s, flipping, and he sees himself in his 30s on the television? That's got to be like a surreal feeling.
I'm young. God, I don't know if that's gonna make sense.
Back to the Future enthusiast should enjoy that one. When asked, Jerome, did you take anything from the Seinfeld set? He said, actually, I have quite a bit. And we're looking for a museum that wants to display it. I have the couch, 2 blue stools. I have the table and chairs. The coolest thing I have is the door, which we never repainted in the 9 seasons. And it has every scuff mark from all of Kramer's entrances, especially if you look at the bottom because you have those black shoes. Right. That is an interesting piece of information. If he could open a museum, I would assume in New York, I would be there.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work. Maybe the what's it called? The Museum of, is it Moving Images? We went to it out in Queens. They have a lot of TV and movie props there, so that would be kind of a cool home for it.
But in the same way that Hulu had this section specifically for Seinfeld, they rented that building. Mm-hmm. I'd want it to be Seinfeld only.
Right.
You could have the diner set that we saw, because that was from the show, as well as movie seats.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Make it happen, please.
Yeah, man. I hope something comes from that. Who knows? Maybe it will just be donated to the Smithsonian. I mean, that's possible.
That's where the puffy shirt is.
There you go.
Put it somewhere.
I thought this was interesting. Hey, Jerry, what is the real story behind the appearance and reference of Superman in Seinfeld? And Jerry responded, Larry David and I discovered that we were both obsessed with Superman and admired him and also found him very funny at the same time. So that's why he came up a lot. Not that exciting.
Fascinating.
But still, at least it's not as crazy as, we wanted to, that dumb rumor. It's in every episode. He's just like, no, we brought it up a lot because we liked him.
They're fans.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry was also asked which joke he is most proud of. And he responded, I think the best Seinfeld episode idea I ever contributed was that George, pretending to be a marine biologist, would find Kramer's golf ball in the blowhole of the whale. Believe it or not, we were doing both of those stories without seeing any connection that Kramer was going to hit golf balls at the beach, and George was going to be pretending to be a marine biologist. And it was in the middle of the week that it suddenly hit me as a way to connect the two stories. So I think that's probably the best joke I ever thought of on the series. But I love when people say regift or giddy up or yada yada, the real and the spectacular. I was a very big fan of the show.
Oh,
so
very nice of him.
He likes his own product.
Now, that's something we definitely talked about in the Marine Biologist, how this joke kind of, I don't know, it all came together in the 11th hour when they're like, oh my God, we can dovetail these two stories perfectly, which just blows my mind still to this day. How could that not be obvious to them as writers? But it just goes to show, you know,
a lot going on.
Yeah, man. Like when you're putting together the show, sometimes it only seems obvious once you connect the dots.
And have known the episode inside and out for 20 years, as we have. Jerry really, he made a comment in the end of season 2 or 3 that the show is really blessed. And I really feel like the comedy gods were watching over the show to make sure the most funny material made it in.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. This isn't so much a question here, but Jerry does mention at one point that his teacher in first grade was named Mrs. Stafford.
Miss Stafford?
Yes, which will play into the race episode when George says, I had sex with the voluptuous homeroom teacher, Miss Stafford. Anyways,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Again, that's very Larry David and Seinfeld, for that matter, to use real names.
Mm-hmm, for sure. Now, Jerry has a lot more Seinfeld-related questions to answer, but we want to move on to comedians in cars here because there's some little gems here. Remember, Vinny, in the past we talked about what guest we'd like to be on the show, living or dead. I think you brought up Rodney Dangerfield, I think.
And Mitch Hedberg.
Right. Someone asked Jerry, hey, what dead comedians would you have liked to have on Comedians in Cars? And Jerry says, Charlie Chaplin, George Burns, George Carlin, Joan Rivers.
Damn.
Here's some just incredible trivia for the show. Believe it or not, the idea has been explored to do some kind of CGI effect, using footage of dead comedians to get them in the car, and then we would write dialogue around it.
Wow.
It was a total disaster. ... It sounds horrible. Like, who considered that?
But the fact that they thought of it, I don't know. I think that's kind of cool.
What? You want to see a CGI version of Mitch Hedberg being like, hey, Jerry, I got a joke for you.
Is that your Mitch Hedberg impression?
Don't twist this on me. You think that's a good idea?
No.
Okay. God.
He did. Somebody also asked if he would consider having guests that have already appeared on the show, and he said they're actually exploring that as well. So, I mean, Larry David, Michael Richards, like, bring them back.
Not only that, but we've talked about, hey, you got Larry, Michael, and Julia. You don't really have Jason because he was George Costanza. Mm-hmm. So I think they need to...
I say get all 5 of them in the car like they're going to purchase an air conditioner in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a fun episode.
I do like that one. That's nice. I think that's going to do it, though, for our AMA recap. Again, we'll include a link in our show notes. You can check out all of Jerry's responses there. He has some incredible ones, not only about Seinfeld and Comedians in Cars, but B-Movie, which always seems to get brought up whenever Jerry's doing an AMA, and also just some advice on stand-up comedy. There's some real gems in there. Jerry even talking about how he was considering finding a way to teach a class at Columbia on comedy.
Ooh, that I like too.
Mm-hmm. Really cool stuff in there. So check out the link. Let's move on to our segment, Newman's Mailbag. We have 2 emails about this ongoing discussion of similar titles on Seinfeld. Chinese woman, Chinese restaurant, etc. From Kelsey Barnes, she wanted to add the 2 titles, The Shower Head and The Baby Shower. There's something in there, too. Kind of overlooked.
She's got something all right.
Joe Johnson wanted to throw in the episode title, The Wallet. Now, this doesn't have a similar title, but when he hears The Wallet, he always thinks of George and his massive stuffed wallet in the reversed peephole.
Ah, now he's off on a topic.
There you go. Lauren Wilson wrote in about George's car. She was watching the Briss. George's make and model, when the Pigman steals it, it's a 76 Chevy Impala.
Completely forgot about that.
There you go. Pete Lindbergh wrote in, which I'm very happy he did because, Vinny, this is something I noticed when I was editing last week's episode of the Mom and Pop Store. Pete writes in saying, hey, I was listening to the clip where Elaine correctly guesses Next Stop Pottersville, and I noticed Larry David's voice makes another appearance. When Mr. Pitt is telling Elaine about how his father did not let him do anything associated with a common man, Larry David's voice is on the radio. He can't tell what he's saying because it's subtle, but it's definitely him.
It's not the radio DJ. That's a different voice, correct?
Yes.
There's another voice that's Larry's?
a second voice.
Okay.
So you have the guy like saying, hey, call 555 band if you know the answer.
Okay.
But when you get that exposition from Mr. Pitt, sure enough, it's Larry David's voice in the background. I don't have audio to play here because it's really hard to hear, I think, when these files are all compressed. But listeners at home want to just check it out on their DVD or on Hulu. It's definitely him.
Miss Natalia Valdon.
Last emails here are about crossovers, Vinny. We've been bringing this up the past couple of weeks. Mad About You, News Radio. Evan Thomas King wanted to remind us that the Larry Sanders Show actually crossed over with Seinfeld. More of a behind the scenes kind of look at Seinfeld, but there is
still counts.
Exactly. There's a point where Jeffrey Tambor is passed out on the Seinfeld couch. Remember from that Gary Shandling episode of Comedians in Cars, they reveal that Seinfeld and Larry Sanders were filmed right next to each other.
Damn, I really got to watch that show. Did you start it already?
No, so I only know it's Gary Shandling's show.
Okay.
I don't know Larry Sanders as well, but Larry Sanders is the one I'm more interested in.
They run together in my head as being the same show.
But they're totally not, yeah.
I'm not smart.
Larry Sanders, I believe, is on Amazon Prime.
Oh.
So if you have Amazon Prime, you can check it out there, I believe.
Oh, I know what I'm doing after this.
Mm-hmm. But thanks to Evan for emailing us, reminding us about the Larry Sanders Show. I'll try to find a clip online and include it in our show notes. Another email comes from Samuel Yao. He wanted to bring up News Radio yet again to remind us, that there's some Seinfeld cast members that show up on it as well. You've got John Lovitz, Stephen Root, Patrick Warburton, and this week's titular character, Vicki Lewis.
Hey, the secretary herself.
Yes. Speaking of, I think we should move on, Vinny. If listeners want to send us their thoughts on this week's episode, have a Seinfeld page, website they want plugged, or just want to say hello, how can they do that?
They can say hello at seincast@gmail.com. They can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter and Tumblr.
Oh, wow.
Every time.
You like to mix it up a little bit, yeah.
Always.
What episode do we have this week, Vinny?
We will be discussing the 9th episode of Season 6, The Secretary, written by Carol Leifer and Marjorie Gross, and directed by David Owen Traynor. It originally aired December 8th, 1994.
The way you deliver that always reminds me of an old man fashioning a kayak out of a log.
No!
Anyways.
We have our quotes and our references from the impressionable points in our lives, I think, and continue to use them. And they're always funny, but that's the only grab bag we have to draw from.
Right. Very limited.
It's kind of sad.
Well, let's first talk about the writers this week. You've got Carol Leifer, a very familiar name. We've also got Marjorie Gross, who we'll talk about here. Let's first address Carol Leifer, though. She wrote her first episode, The Lip Reader, back in season 5. And then she collaborated with Peter Melman on The Hamptons. She collaborates with Marjorie Gross for The Secretary this week, but she goes on to write The Beard, The Understudy, and The Rye. Marjorie Gross, on the other hand, we have not brought up before. This is her first episode. She's credited with 3 other episodes, none of them on her own. She always collaborated with someone. She's also worked on The Fusilli Jerry, The Understudy, once again with Carol Leifer, and The Showerhead with Peter Melman.
Wow, those are 3 solid episodes.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
Two of which are among my favorites.
Mm-hmm. Which ones stand out to you out of the bunch?
I'm a big fan of both the Fusilli Jerry and the Understudy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Vinny, do you know the name Marjorie Gross? Like, do you remember it from, the opening credits? Or
I remember seeing the name in the opening credits, but I think most notable I see is the dedication to her at the end of the Foundation episode.
Right.
For our friend Marjorie Gross.
Yeah, she passed away in 1996 from ovarian cancer. She was only 40 years old. This was at the end of season 7. As we mentioned, she only wrote, 4 episodes. So, unfortunately, her life was taken really early. And it's really sad, because you think about what she contributed to the show up until that point, like how much more she could have done.
Oh, yeah.
And how much more she had to offer. She wrote on Newhart, Get a Life, The Larry Sanders Show. I actually just watched some clips of her doing stand-up on David Letterman in the 80s, which, was really funny stuff. It's just
nice. It's
just so sad, when there's someone who had such a big influence on Seinfeld and contributed so much, they're no longer here. Like, we'll never get a chance to talk to them. Mm-hmm. But if you want to check out more of Marjorie Gross's work, you can look at our show notes. We'll include the Letterman stand-up sets there. We also have an article she wrote, an essay called Cancer Becomes Me for The New Yorker. Sort of a humorous take on her chemo treatment at the time. But I did pick up little bits of trivia online and from another podcast. Apparently, Jerry brought in a cot for her when she was going through her chemo treatments during that 7th season, so she could, still work, but, obviously rest in the office. And it's not a funny story, but it's a story nonetheless. Sam Cass, who was a writer on Seinfeld, was on Fred Stoller's podcast, I think last year. And he told a story about Marjorie actually getting the phone call, like the diagnosis from the doctor, and how it was just like devastating, and how Larry didn't really know how to talk to her or like handle the situation. And Sam Cass actually had to like talk to Larry and be like, listen, you need to go in there, you need to hug her, you need to comfort her. So again, not funny, but kind of like an interesting look at the writing offices of Seinfeld and what was going on there at the time.
I'm reading this off her Wikipedia page, so I don't know how true it is, but she said she tried to find humor in the situation, her having cancer, by joking she wanted to hold on until November 1996 because Madonna was pregnant at the time, and she said she wanted to hold on until November 96 so that she didn't have to risk being reincarnated as Madonna's child. I like how the sense of humor stayed intact all the way until the end.
Absolutely. Well, I'm looking forward to discussing this week's episode and, like I mentioned, the Fusilli Jerry, the Understudy, the Showerhead. Lots of fantastic episodes written by Marjorie Gross.
Does it seem like Carol Leifer's episodes in particular seem to have a stronger female voice than, say, a male written episode?
Absolutely. And I think that's kind of what's lacking in Seinfeld for the most part, from like a writing standpoint, is more of that like female sensibility. For the most part, I feel like Carol and Marjorie are the two main female writers on the show, but it definitely feels like a boys' club, for the most part.
We didn't know how to write for a woman.
Right. This is the first of 2 Seinfeld episodes to be directed by David Owen Traynor. He was the show's main camera coordinator since season 1. So this guy's been around since the beginning.
He knows it all. That's pretty cool. They had him sit in to direct 2 episodes.
Yeah, he also directed the 8th season episode, The Comeback. So there you go. I wondered why he stepped in here and in 2 seasons. Who knows? Maybe Andy was too busy.
He's probably on vacation.
But it's great. If you didn't tell me, I would have assumed it was an Andy Ackerman directed episode.
Yeah.
Before we move on, I just have a question about secretaries for you, Vinny. Are there any other secretaries that you can remember?
Who do you got so far?
Well, I have 3 here, just the ones that made me laugh the most. You've got Susie, Jackie Childs' secretary.
Susie, call Dr. Bice.
When Kramer is out in L.A., we don't meet the secretary, but we hear about her. Helena, his crazy old lady neighbor, says, when I was in the Three Stooges skit, Sappy Pappies, I played Mr. Sugarman's secretary.
That was a shimp, right?
Curly. Oh, God. Our favorite episode. And then the episode prior from season 3, the Keys, when Kramer is on Murphy Brown, he plays Stephen Snell.
Stephen.
Yes.
I'm thinking, off the top of my head, I'm thinking of Penske Material. Is it Patrice? Not now, Patrice.
Oh, yeah, right.
You just hear you tend to hear the voice of the secretary. Hey, Carol Leifer herself is the beehive hairdo.
Wendy.
What's her name? Wendy's secretary at the physical therapy office.
Yeah,
Same time tomorrow.
Very good.
Anybody else? Well, there's got to be more.
Not as memorable, but in that episode when Elaine is at Pendant Publishing, and there's that other actor playing Mr. Lippman. He has a secretary there. She's like, I told you I don't know anything.
Oh yeah.
She sort of
forgot.
She's sort of out of it.
And then there's when Kramer meets are they Cuban friends when they play golf together? Yes. Are you an American?
Yes. So some of the secretaries, aren't that memorable, but there are plenty of secretaries throughout Seinfeld to keep track of.
All right.
Should we get started?
Yeah, what the hell?
I don't even know what is supposed to be so attractive about fur. Why does a man want to see a woman in fur? Men want women to shave their legs, shave their armpits, pluck their eyebrows, and then before we go out, we dress them up like a bear? To me, the only reason to wear fur would be if you were trying to sneak up on another animal. You ever see those tribal hunters where they wear the fur and then they have the other animal's head on top of their head? You know, I'm sure there's a moose looking at that going, yeah, that looks real good. Yeah, I'm going to turn my back on this goofball with the extra head because there's nothing fishy going on there. I'll just keep drinking from the stream. I've seen a lot of two-headed tigers with knees.
I think this is an awesome stand-up.
Yeah, that looks real good.
Oh, and his impersonation of a skeptic moose, spot on. But I mean, that is really fascinating the way he can like delve into the male psyche. Mm-hmm. We want women to have all these hairs plucked from their body, and then we wrap them in fur, dress them up like a bear. That's good.
Pluck the hairs one by one. Oh, there it is. You know, this whole episode actually reminds me a little bit of the, what was it, The Stranded. Do you remember that episode?
I'm aware.
The party in Long Island. It was a
Mr.
season
Pocatello.
2. Yes, Mr. Pocatello. It was supposed to air in season 2, but it aired in season 3. In that, George has a coworker who wears a fur. And remember, Elaine gets in a fight with her. Is that real fur?
Oh, I remember.
Right. And Patty, at the end, also gets in a fight with her. But what's kind of weird about George's coworker who he's going to hook up with, her name is Ada. And this week, or Ava, I always get them confused. Her name was Ava. The secretary this week is Ada.
So there's something with fur and three-lettered names that start with A.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
It might be. I'm throwing it around.
Oh, and they're also palindromes.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, we should bring up the episode The Wife as well. There are some parallels with that episode this week in that Jerry, gets a hookup with his dry cleaner, free dry cleaning or huge discount, rather. Mm-hmm. But the opening monologue for The Wife involved Jerry imagining his dry cleaner wearing his clothes, which ties into this week's episode as well.
That's spot on.
Yeah, so there's some connective tissue there. Anyways, first scene of the episode, we are at Jerry's dry cleaners. George and Jerry are in line, and George says, "Hey, I'm allowed to get a secretary. Very excited. I'm going to be the one conducting the interviews."
6 months ago, he was taking messages for his mother. Now someone's taking messages for him.
From his mother.
So we're 60 seconds into the show, and Jerry's already cracking wise at George?
What kind of compliment is this? This isn't a hostile compliment, right? Or a...
Well, it's a delightful or pleasant compliment. No, it's not.
He's just being a
There it is.
Jerry wonders if George might be hiring someone based on her looks, and George says, I'm doing a complete 360. I'm going for total efficiency and ability.
That's a 180, George.
Whatever. Something we've done in real life as well.
We like that one, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I find myself when I'm in conversation with people, because I know the quote so well, I will say 360, get it wrong, and then have to explain why I said it that way.
I'm sure many of our listeners out there can't help but quote Seinfeld in a regular conversation and just have it land flat. No one gets it.
Yeah.
I always feel like George in the club with Amanda, where he's like,
models?
Modeling, what's that like? Fun? Stupid. Yes. Pretty much how I feel. In this conversation, when Jerry's like, hey, you gonna hire someone based on their looks, George says, I could go the tomato route. What does that mean?
I have no idea. I have the same question in my notes.
Okay.
Sure, I could go to the tomato route. I mean, he's implying that he's setting himself up for failure. So the only thing I thought of was when somebody's bombing on stage, the old way of thinking was to throw tomatoes at them.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a connection there, but that's all I got.
Okay. Well, I'm sure because we've gotten an influx of emails from people saying, hey guys, love the show. I love the fact that you don't get obvious jokes or you make like clueless observations. So it's always like a backhanded compliment sort of.
We love you too. They're hostile.
So the fact that we don't get the I could go the tomato route makes me think someone out there will explain it to us and point out how stupid we are. But Jerry drops some clothes off with Willie. He's got his mother's fur coat, which he holds on to for the colder months. And Willie's wife, Donna, steps up, and Jerry sort of has a snarky comment here. Did that rub you the wrong way?
It didn't rub me the wrong way, but it definitely came across as sarcastic. Yeah, that's why I said hi.
That feels very real life Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, like he's not going to bother with making pleasantries with the dry cleaner.
Someone wrote that on his AMA on Reddit where they're like, hey, Jerry, love the show. Thanks for, all the laughs and all the great memories. And Jerry calls him out on it. He's like, why are the memories important to you? Like, aren't the laughs important or something? And I was like,
that seemed like, just say thank you.
Right.
Wipe your mouth, walk away from the table.
But before we leave, Willie really admires Jerry's houndstooth jacket that he drops off. Great cut, probably really flattering.
Yes, it really accentuates my bust line. Willie finds that amusing. Should I talk about them now or wait?
Let's do it now.
All right. So Willie, the dry cleaner, is played by Joseph Sakari. He was in General Hospital, Kicking and Screaming, and Mafia. Remember that? I think Lloyd Bridges was in there.
Jay Moore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in early drafts of the script, he was named Victor.
Oh, there you go.
Victor. And then his wife, Donna, is played by Mitzi McCall. She was in Ice Age voice work, as well as Crimson Peak. She's in World's Greatest Dad, Ed TV, and Matt. She was actually in 2 Twilight Zone episodes. 1986, she was in Tooth and Consequences. And in 1960, she was in The Hitchhiker.
Oh, wow. That's an old one. Oh, she must have been some doll.
She was. And you mentioned Fred Stoller's podcast. She and her husband were actually on an episode, and they kind of shared some experiences from her Seinfeld appearance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I should check that out. Yeah, they're great. It's funny because I always think that Willie and Donna are Jerry's dry cleaners throughout the series, but it's not true. This is their first and only appearance on the show.
You'd be wrong.
Really?
No, sorry.
Oh. I would be wrong if I thought that.
I didn't hear. I wasn't listening. Clearly, I wasn't listening to the rest of your sentence.
I tend to ramble. The dry cleaner from The Wife, which I assume it's the same guy. That was actually Marty. Different
That's
actor.
Marty. And you mentioned secretaries making their appearance throughout the series. Dry cleaners is also a common industry that Jerry encounters.
Yeah, he always has some beef with a dry cleaner, it seems like. Do you remember the other dry cleaners on the show?
Oh, I do. There's Vic from The Revenge. Aguado.
Aguado, yes.
Yeah. And then we go back to the stock tip, the gentleman who shrunk it.
What did he do?
He shrunk it.
Right. Now, we never see Pincus, the dry cleaner, Bobby Pincus.
That's right.
He is also a dry cleaner, which made me think. You mentioned Vic as Aguado from The Revenge, the concrete in the washing machine. We never get his name confirmed in the show.
Oh,
is
boy.
it possible that Vic is Bobby Pincus or the guy from the stock tip is Bobby Pincus?
He doesn't look like a Pincus, though.
Which one?
Vic,
yeah. Well, maybe the other guy then is Pincus.
He doesn't look like a Pincus either.
What does a Pincus look like? Keep it clean. It's funny, too. You mentioned that Willie, his original name was Victor in the script. That was the name of Aguado's character in The Revenge. What's up with Vicks and dry cleaners?
I don't know. I do like how we continue to refer to him as Aguado and not his actual name.
Also, Vic sold George the LeBaron last week.
That's right.
In the mom and pop store.
Oh, my goodness.
What is going on? All right, let's get over to the Yankee Stadium. Hey, first time we're in George's office while he has the job. We last saw the set in The Opposite when he interviewed with Paul Gleason. What's her name? Not Veronica. Victoria. Victoria's uncle, I think?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But we're officially in George Costanza's office, assistant to the traveling secretary. He is interviewing some very talented women, and they're pretty gorgeous.
Well, I type about 90 words a minute. I'm completely well-versed in all the IBM and Macintosh programs.
Well, Miss Coggins, you're obviously qualified for the job. You have all the necessary skills and experience. But you're extremely attractive. You're gorgeous. I'm looking at you. I can't even remember my name. So I'm afraid this is not going to work out. Thanks for coming. You're luscious. You're ravishing. I would give up red meat just to get a glimpse of you in a bra. I'm terribly sorry. Terribly sorry.
As you can see, my references are impeccable. I think I'd be a real asset here. My only concern is I do take care of my mother, so will there be many late nights?
I can't imagine.
Here we go. The first scene, super quotable. You know, you're luscious, you're ravishing. I'd give up red meat just to get a glimpse of you in a bra. I'm terribly sorry.
I love using that as a barometer for beauty, what you would give up to get a glimpse of someone in a bra. Mm-hmm. That's a big deal, giving up red meat.
Yes. I like when he's talking to Miss Coggins, too. He, says everything she's great at. Mm-hmm. I'm afraid this is not going to work out. Thanks for coming in. Yes.
That's Courtney Taylor playing the attractive applicant, Miss Coggins. She was in Prom Night 3, The Last Kiss, Cover Me, and Camp Blood.
Oh, man. Sounds like Death Canoe 4.
Yeah.
And then Ada herself, the main, the titular character, as we pointed out earlier. Always sounds dirty when you say that.
Yeah,
Titular.
I don't like that word.
Titular?
She's the reason for the title. Vicki Lewis plays Ada in both The Secretary and The Race. Hey, she did voice work in Finding Nemo. She played Deb and Flo. She was a cast regular on News Radio. She was in the 1998 Godzilla Mouse Hunt, and she was in Curb Your Enthusiasm in the table read episode. She played Stacy, and if you recall, her daughter had a rash on a certain which ended up getting Larry in trouble.
Oh, that's right.
And I did not know this. Yardley Smith also auditioned for the role of Ada. Yardley Smith and Vicki Lewis kind of seem similar in their overall presentation, the way they speak. So it would have been kind of cool to have her on the show as well.
Yeah, Yardley Smith, if people don't recognize the name, that's the voice of Lisa Simpson. So there you go.
Very unique voice.
Mm-hmm, for sure. And you mentioned Vicki Lewis as Deb and Flo in Finding Nemo. She is in Finding Dory as well. She comes back.
Deb and Flo again?
One of our listeners, Vinny, wrote in and really blew my mind here because I never picked up on this. What physical characteristic would you say, Vinny, is common with all three of these applicants?
I honestly didn't notice a universal trait. Is there one?
Well, they all have red hair, which I don't think it's super obvious, but once you realize it, you're like, oh, yeah, that's kind of odd. 3 redheads in a row. And Jacob actually theorizes that this could be tied back to a tweet Jason Alexander put out there saying how much he prefers redheads. Maybe is this the actor influencing the casting decision? Possible? I don't know.
It's a pretty deep pull.
Mm-hmm. But I like that. Good work, Jacob. Also, one last thing here. This scene reminds me a lot of a moment in Schindler's List. I haven't seen the movie in a really long time, but one of the few lighthearted moments of that movie involves Oscar Schindler, Liam Neeson, hiring a secretary, and he's seeing all these applicants, and it's very similar to this scene, kind of like the reverse, though, where there's all of these gorgeous, pretty young girls typing on his typewriter, just showing their skills. And they're all decent at typing. And in this montage, he's just staring at them fondly. And each different applicant, he gets closer and closer to the table. And then, the 6th applicant is this really old, unattractive woman who's incredible at typing. And he's just sitting back, just not interested at all.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Huh.
And then I think he winds up hiring 20 of these, young, attractive secretaries.
Oh.
So it's a funny moment in
I don't remember that.
Pretty dark movie, but we'll include a link in our show notes. I think it plays well with this George scene. Anyways, next scene, we're at Jerry's apartment. Elaine is holding a dress that she bought at Barney's. She tried it on in the dressing room. She looked stunning. And when she tried it on at home, it looked like she was carrying twins.
So you're saying store, hotsy totsy, home, hotsy nazi.
Right. And Elaine heads to the bedroom to try the dress on for Jerry before they leave for the movies. And this is when George arrives. He's really happy he has a secretary. Everything is organized, and he's proud of himself for going with someone like Ada.
Unless a man would have crumbled, they would have gone for the dish in the surefire sexual harassment suit. That's a nice little run by Jerry. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Well, Elaine comes out of the bedroom in the dress. How do you describe this thing, man?
It's weird. It's got little diamonds cut out down the chest as well as the arms.
Right.
It's a little...
Oh,
right. He answered it right there.
You got no waist in that thing.
And your arms look like something hanging in a kosher deli.
I said, all right.
Well, what'd you buy it for?
Why did I buy it? Because in the mirror at Barney's, I look fabulous. This woman who was just walking by said I look like Demi Moore in Indecent Proposal.
How fast was she walking?
To me? I thought it was Demi.
No, I think it's to me.
Really? I never heard of a semi tractor trailer.
Wait a minute. I know what's going on here. Skinny mirrors.
What?
Skinny mirrors. Barney's has skinny mirrors. They make you look like 10 pounds lighter.
Oh, you're crazy.
Am I? Do you think I would have bought this dress if I looked like this at Barney's?
You know, I think she may have something.
What are you all dressed up for?
I'm returning this dress to Barney's.
Good idea.
I think I've always said Demi Moore. Mm-hmm. Do you say Demi?
I think I say Demi as well, but this episode reminds me I should be saying Demi.
Love that. The Kramer. Oh, good idea.
Yeah.
That's a good one as
and
well.
that's true. Kramer says what's on his mind. You know, he was being a little bit more tactful here, but that tracks as Kramer saying how he feels. Did you also notice there was a double get out? One for each hand.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Skinny mirrors. She pushes Jerry and George at the same time with each hand.
And is it like half each, or do they get the full like blowback?
Full brunt of it.
Oh, nice.
One hand, each chest.
She's really strong. Well, Elaine is going to Barney's tomorrow since they're doing a movie tonight. Kramer wonders, hey, could you pick up some super hydrating total protection moisturizer with Uva for him? But he decides, hey, instead, I'll meet you. We'll do lunch.
She waits for Kramer to look away, and then she darts into the bathroom.
Yeah.
As if to give him this cold shoulder and just slough him off.
It's like, I don't hang out with you. Like, what? We're going to meet up and...
See, I think that's so sweet of Kramer to offer. Sure, we have our little group here, but it'll give us a chance to get to know each other. What's wrong with that? They're old friends.
Have they ever hung out, though? I mean, you have the, getting his jacket back from the landlord.
And him pretending to be her boyfriend to lie to Dr. Reston.
Mm-hmm. Waiting for Jerry and George. Remember the limo?
Yeah.
It always feels a little awkward with Kramer and Elaine, right?
Yes, it does. But I just think they are good friends, are they not?
I guess.
It's more evidence that Jerry is the nucleus that brings all these people together.
Absolutely. I mean, that was my takeaway from her reaction.
But I like how Kramer was kind of extending an olive branch and she just snapped it off and threw it into the lake.
Of course. The lake.
River, whatever.
Well, the Kramer moisturizer, I don't know if we can call it lotion. In the script, it was called Chanel's Lift Serum Extreme. So
sounds pretty good.
Yeah, maybe that's how he stays so youthful and healthy looking. Regarding lotion, Vinny, it does get brought up in the raincoats. Do you remember this?
I do.
Right? He comes into the apartment while the Seinfelds are visiting, and he's like, hey, Helen, you got any more of that lotion?
I told you it was good.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, let's cut over to the Yankees again. George is working on his schedule with Ada, and she's good. Not only taking notes, but giving advice on, I guess, a random hotel, the Anaheim. Mm-hmm. And George is really impressed.
Okay, now, I projected some of those figures for you regarding the switch to canola oil for the stadium popcorn, and surprisingly, it will only cost a half a cent more per bag, so it is definitely doable.
Ada, I have to tell you, I have never met anybody so efficient.
Well, thank you, I'm flattered.
I mean, you're just a marvel of organization.
Well, I'm just doing my job.
It's like I'm thinking of something, and you're one step ahead of me.
What can I say? I'm good at what I do.
Do you know what I'm thinking about now?
Yes, I think I do.
Is it, doable?
It's definitely doable.
So I do like that they are talking about the situation of baseball as it was in 1994? Because do you remember there was a big strike where the players would not play?
No, help me out here.
There was a big strike in 1994. Players wouldn't play. But I like the fact that they mention it in the episode. So that's what was going on in baseball.
At the time. How long did it last?
I don't remember if it... I think they had a shortened season as a result.
It is kind of nice, though, to see George at work, doing something related to his job. I guess he is the assistant to the traveling secretary. I don't know why he's working on canola oil. Maybe that was some dumb project. They're like, just give it to Costanza.
Yeah, to get his feet wet.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, and the way when George compliments Ada and he says, I've never met somebody so efficient. Ada says, well, thank you, I'm flattered. And she just immediately goes back to taking notes. Very good acting on Vicki Lewis's part.
Absolutely. And the delivery of that line, what can I say? I'm good at what I do. That's a fun one.
She's excellent.
Every scene. And again, I think it has a lot to do with Marjorie Gross and Carol Leifer, but also the actors this week. It works so well. Very quotable episode.
Yeah.
Maybe not super memorable, but quotable. Anyways, let's move over to...
Sorry, before you go on,
sure.
the perfectly timed, orchestrated, the blocking of that passionate embrace between George and Ada. He throws off his glasses. She throws off her glasses as well as the...
notepad and pen.
The notepad, and they come together in this passionate embrace. That's a memorable moment, too.
Oh, yeah, and that's such an iconic shot of them embracing. It's really nice.
Now, this isn't the part where she grabs the pillow. Yeah, that's coming up.
No, that's later.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we'll save that one. But let's go over to the Paragon, Willie. It's really hard not to.
It's a fun voice.
We're at the Paragon. Last time we were here, I believe, was in the movie. This is when George and Elaine are in the same spot. They're waiting outside for Checkmate, talking about Ponce de Leon.
Oh, yeah. Great movie.
Mm-hmm. Such a great joke here as Jerry and Elaine leave the theater. And she's like, I can't believe they made the wife the killer. Give me a break.
Hey, give us a break. We haven't seen it yet. Thanks a lot, Big Mouth.
Love that.
Hey, Elaine was the original spoiler.
Yes. Screwed it up.
Thomas Mills plays the moviegoer. He was in Bean, Gang Related, Luther the Geek. And hey, he played a police officer in a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode, Club Soda and Salt.
Has this ever happened to you? Waiting for a movie and someone spoils it and you're just like,
I can't say that I have. No.
I got this feeling when we left The Force Awakens because we did the 7 o'clock showing on Thursday. And I saw that group waiting outside after us for the 10:30. And there were some people just covering their ears. Just they didn't want to hear anything we had to say.
You really got to wear noise-canceling headphones in a situation like that.
Absolutely. Anyways, Kramer rushes up to Jerry and asks for a pen and paper. All he's got is his dry cleaning stub. And Kramer takes it because he just met Uma Thurman. And she's giving him her telephone number. Uma, Vinny. Uma.
He's got the Kavorka.
Yeah, nice callback.
Season 5.
Mm-hmm. Jerry notices Willie the dry cleaner entering the movie theater, but it looks like I think he's wearing the same houndstooth jacket that Jerry brought in to be dry cleaned.
Hey, I have houndstooth underwear.
Really?
Pattern.
Oh,
underwear.
not the wool.
No.
Okay.
Are you crazy? It's MeUndies. Did you know that?
Oh, not sponsoring the podcast. Thanks for bringing them up.
You're welcome. Free plugola.
Hey, I'm telling you, all those annoying sponsors. Great sponsors
Wonderful
you hear on other podcasts. We need to get one of those because you can tie in anything to Seinfeld. MeUndies, boxers or briefs. Casper mattresses, the lumbar yard.
Barkbox, Farfel the dog, stupid Farfel.
LegalZoom, Jackie Childs. You know what I mean?
Come on. Put LegalZoom on the phone.
Advertisers, hook us up. I was looking at all of the posters at the Paragon. That always,
yeah,
it makes me think, what year did this episode come out again? Oh, yeah, there's Prancer, The movie poster starting from the left, you've got Barcelona, then Shawshank Redemption. That was probably the most recognizable. Then you've got Little Big League. And then I noticed, it was hard to spot, but North. Do you remember North?
Refresh my memory.
Elijah Wood, I think divorces his parents, and he goes on this quest. It was like a huge bomb. Rob Reiner directed it.
Oh, don't remember it. The only one I remembered seeing was Little Big League, but I don't remember that wide shot.
That was
good
like,
on you.
That was the era of like, all right, Sandlot was awesome. Let's do Rookie of the Year. Then
Rookie of the Year also solid.
Was
Big League.
And then we've got Ed with Matt LeBlanc and that chimp.
Oh yeah.
All right, you got anything else for this scene?
Yes, a little bit of trivia. Chris Kattan of SNL fame, he actually read for this bit part of the ticket guy at the window. However, that part was cut prior to broadcast, so could have had another SNL alum on the show.
Oh, there you go.
Damn.
We're back at the Yankees. George and Ada are still going at it. I think this is the most explicit sex scene on the show.
Yeah, I actually have in my notes, Ada is a little kinky, huh?
Why do you say that?
Oh, she's like, here, I want to show you something. Let me show you something. And she grabs that pillow.
I don't know if that's kinky. They're getting comfortable. George and Ada, they're going at it pretty hard, though. You know, she's giving him advice.
Yes. That's really cute, too. She's got this nice smile on her face, and a better way would be to undo the shirt and then go around the bra from the back.
Yes. Oh, Ada, you're incredible.
And the fact that they're having sex, they're getting really intimate with each other, sharing this experience, and she still calls him Mr. Costanza.
Love that.
Here, I want to show you something. Hand me that pillow.
What? Oh, my God!
Mr. Costanza!
I'm giving you a raise!
And there it is. George Costanza having an orgasm. If you've ever wanted to know what it sounds like, it's right there.
Let's play it back again so they can really get it. Twice now that we know of George having sex at work. Previously with the cleaning woman in the red dot.
Yes, absolutely. And
now you mentioned earlier, are there any other inappropriate times where George has had sex?
Yeah, I was thinking he hooks up with Vivian. Remember in the kitchen with pastrami?
Oh yeah, okay.
Kind of inappropriate. Her kid's in the next room.
His mother caught him.
Masturbating, yes.
Yeah, glamour.
But in terms of an inappropriate setting, he has sex with Cynthia in the kitchen, and he likes that, but, you know, her head was on a hot plate, which...
Oh, so Cynthia and Vivian in the kitchen. And if rumor is true, Miss Stafford in homeroom, right?
Oh, yeah, but that's a total lie.
Okay,
Come on. So 2 at the office, 2 in the kitchen, and 1 for the singing telegram. Oh, nothing? Okay. Usually got a little chuckle for a Clue reference.
Well, I thought it was in the show for a second. You got me.
Oh boy. So George,
savor the flavor, kid. You got one by me.
So George shouting out, "I'm giving you a raise." I doubt that will come back to haunt him. Next scene, we're at Monk's. Typical coffee shop scene. Jerry is ridiculing George about what happened. You're not authorized to give raises, are you? Maybe he's just so grateful to have sex, he'll shout out anything that comes into his head. You know, he didn't think ahead here.
Maybe she'll just think it was bawdy talk.
I didn't say any other bawdy things.
Maybe you can have sex with her again and take it back. He's not helping.
Take it back. Kind of reminds me of Independent George. Bawdy George. George is bawdy.
I love that George. Jerry does too.
And also, you can't say something and take it back. You know, what are you,
There was some deleted Delilah log. There was some deleted There was some deleted dialogue from this scene in which George would explain what it was that attracted him so much to Ada. And he said, it was the efficiency, the alphabetizing, the typing, the color-coded Post-its. It drove me into a frenzy.
God. Oh, someone else he had sex with. I don't know if it was inappropriate, but he did have sex with the Portuguese waitress.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that was at Monk's. In the kitchen.
With the candlestick.
Okay, George's only plan is to talk with Steinbrenner about getting her a raise. She's only been there 3 days, though.
It's almost a week.
And as the guys pay Ruthie Cohen, Jerry reaches into his pocket and finds a ticket stub for the 9:30 show. Willie the dry cleaner has been wearing his clothes. All right, so we get an act break, and we come back. We're at Barney's. Elaine is talking with a saleswoman about the skinny mirrors in their store.
This is false reflecting. And I think the Department of, whatever, would be very interested to know what's going on here.
I feel like, and I'm noticing this more as the show goes on, I think the Elaine character usually gets the worst plot lines.
Yeah, she's underutilized.
And in typical Julia fashion, I think she really elevates the material, the dialogue. She's really not given a lot to do in this episode.
Yeah. With what she's given, though, she is really good in the scenes she does get.
Absolutely. The saleswoman will let Elaine exchange the dress for something else, however.
I did like that little Calvin Klein number I saw by the elevator.
Love that.
Her mood kind of changes there, huh?
Yeah, she's happy.
The saleswoman is played by Armine Azarian, and she was in NYPD Blue and JAG for select episodes.
She looked so familiar, and I couldn't put my finger on it. Nothing on IMDb sounded familiar, but she kind of reminds me, bear with me here, a little bit of Alison Brie from Community. You don't think so?
I don't see it.
Well, I mean, they're not like twins, but hey, we're twins. What? But I don't know. There's something in the eyes there that reminds me.
See it.
All right. Anyways, Kramer is checking himself out in the mirror, wearing his own vintage suit. Did you notice the material of this?
It looks velvet, no?
I think it is velvet.
What are you all dressed up for?
Well, Elaine, when you're shopping on Madison Avenue, you don't want to skimp on the swank.
I like your little bag.
Huh? Oh, hey, look at this. This is a super hydrating triple action moisturizer. Huh? Oh, wait till that Uma smells this uva.
Hey, Kramer!
Hey, Banya! What's happening?
I'm looking for a new suit. I can't find anything I like. That's a nice suit.
Well, thank you.
Did you get that here?
No. This is vintage. They don't make this stuff anymore.
You're telling me.
I sure am.
It's hard for me to find pants that...
Don't make you look high-waisted?
Yes!
Me too.
What size are you?
42.
42. That's what I am now. I've been working out. I'm huge. How'd you like to sell it?
Well, make me an offer.
$100?
Surely you jest.
175?
Look at the stitching. This is old world craftsmanship.
$300. Sold.
Follow me into the dressing room.
You throw the shirt in?
Banya, you're killing me.
Hey, that's the women's dressing room.
There's nothing in there that I haven't seen before.
What I recall most from this scene right here is there's a wonderful blooper that came out of it. When Michael delivers the line, well, Elaine, when you're shopping on Madison Avenue, you don't want to skimp on the shh. And he forgets his line. And then Julia, very quick, says, you don't want to skimp on the shh. And they have to cut the scene. They share a laugh.
I like that.
Good stuff.
Nice.
And Steve Heitner, Kenny Banya returns for his second appearance in as many weeks. And what a brilliant stroke by the writers to have him come back. And what's he doing in the store? He's looking for a new suit.
It's wonderful. It's almost like part 2 for Kenny Banya this season. And I totally forgot that it doesn't just end with the soup. It all comes full circle for him, really.
So clearly he didn't get his suit back from Simon.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, maybe it was destroyed.
Beyond recognition.
Yes.
Kramer is the consummate salesman here when he's trying to kind of make this suit sound so grand. This is old world craftsmanship.
$300.
Sold. Follow me into the dressing room. It kind of saddens me, though, that Kramer would be so quick to sell, part of his vintage attire. He has no attachment to it.
$300 though. That's not bad.
I thought he'd be able to get more for it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It is a cool suit.
Maybe at the time though, not as much. I don't know.
But the playful banter between Banya and Kramer, Banya, you're killing me.
Oh yeah.
Again, they're going back and forth. It's really nice.
Back to this. It's a very quotable episode. A lot of fun for I think more like hardcore Seinfeld fans. Like not to act all like snobby, but
go ahead.
Well, this episode isn't like super memorable, I think, to like a casual fan.
Yeah.
But for
I think if you're listening to the show, you're a hardcore Seinfeld
yes,
fan.
that is very true.
I don't think we have any casualties here.
Right. But little lines in here I love too. You mentioned the skip on the swank. Wait till that Uma smells this uva. It's a good one.
And Kenny's like confusion. That's the women's dressing room. He's got this perplexed look on his face throughout the scene.
He's such
good
an
stuff.
Odd man. When Kenny enters and he's like, "Hey, Kramer," and he's like, "Hey, Banya, what's happening?" Does Kramer sound really patronizing when Banya's like, "That's a nice suit," and Kramer says, "Well, thank you."
I don't think so. I didn't catch it as that. Okay. I think he was just kind of applying the moisturizer to his face, and he was kind of being pleasant to see him.
Okay, there's something, it kind of clicked with me when I first saw this episode where I'm like, it seems like, it's almost like he's treating him like a child, or someone who's not very bright.
If you want, there's a little bit more evidence of that where he says, "Yeah, I went from a size 40 to a 42. I'm huge." And Kramer goes, "Oh," and he kind of pulls back with his hands.
Again, maybe, Kramer is just a nice guy,
I could see them getting along, getting a cup of coffee or a milkshake together.
Which is funny because Kenny and Kramer never really team up.
Kenny, Kramer? Man, it would have been nice for them to go to Mendy's together.
Oh, boy. Should we move on to the next scene at the Yankee Stadium? First time we're in George Steinbrenner's office. This feels like classic Seinfeld.
Yeah. I'm watching this scene, and I'm like, man, when did we last see George Steinbrenner? It was the first and only time we've seen him in the opposite, last season's finale. And we saw the side profile, the shadow of George Steinbrenner, voiced by Larry David, body provided by Lee Baer. But this is the first of many scenes that we'll see within Steinbrenner's office, and you see the famous back profile shot of Lee Baer as George Steinbrenner's back.
George is trying his best to help, sell the Rays, giving Ada credit for the canola oil. She supports her family. Her mother's in the hospital with some sort of diverticulitis.
I had a bout of that myself one time. Knocked me right on my ass.
She can't afford to go to lunch. She's eating in high school cafeterias.
What does that cost, like $2.25?
And then when George tries to say, hey, she could really use a raise, Steinbrenner's advice, what is it?
She'd be better off making a sandwich at home and bringing it in.
Steinbrenner has to take a call. George has to leave, so I guess the conversation will be continued. Let's cut back to Barney's. Elaine's in the dressing room trying on that Calvin Klein number when Kramer just climbs up over the partition to talk to her. Mm-hmm. He is very, casual with Elaine because she's sort of getting dressed. He might be naked.
He's already seen her naked. What's the big deal?
Good point. When was that?
When he was dating Tina.
Yeah.
Completely naked.
He thought it was the bathroom or something, right? And he just walked right in on her. Anyways, Kramer doesn't have a shirt on. He might be naked. Elaine's startled and, she's trying to cover up, but he's like, hey, I need some clothes. I sold my outfit to Banya for a cool $300.
But before you go on, I'd like to point out, Michael says, I sold it to Banya for a cool $300.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Banya.
He always mispronounces words. It's great.
That's typical Kramer, though.
Yeah. Theater.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, Barney's is too expensive for him, so he wants Elaine to call Jerry so he can bring him some clothes.
It would destroy his old profit margin.
We cut over to the dry cleaners, and Jerry strolls in to confront Willie.
Hello, Willie.
Hey, Jerry. You're dropping off.
No, but seen any good movies lately?
You came by to ask that?
Yeah. Specifically 9:30 shows? Seen any good 9:30 shows at the Paragon, Willie?
What are you getting at?
I saw you the other night stepping out with my houndstooth jacket.
Jerry, that's a breach of the dry cleaners code.
You need a code to tell you not to wear people's clothes?
I wasn't wearing your jacket. Jerry, you're imagining this.
Yeah. Am I imagining this? Found that little cutie in the pocket.
Jerry.
Yeah. Well, now that we understand each other, I'll be taking my business elsewhere. And I want my mother's fur coat back, too.
Jerry, come on.
Now. Yeah, I want that coat.
What?
Where's the ticket? Oh.
Kramer.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that you don't have a ticket for the coat?
No, not on me.
Well, I need to see that ticket.
Why? I've gotten my cleaning before without a ticket.
Yeah, but this is different. Those first storage warehouses are huge. You can't get anything without a number.
All right, I'll be back.
So many good lines in this. You see any good 9:30 shows at the Paragon, Willie?
Found that little cutie in the pocket.
Oh, God. And the look on Willie's face when, Jerry leaves, all right, I'll be back. He's like so panicked. He's like, oh, God.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And that flashback to Donna getting a hot dog from FDR or whatever. She really goes to town.
I was going to say, she's inhaling that thing. Did anybody tape it?
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. And I'm just all over the place. You keep saying Willie. So way back when we did the Marine Biologist, actually, remember we met Testikov?
Mm-hmm.
That actor lent his voice to the Twilight Zone. He played a dummy named Willie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I remember you did that voice when we talked about his acting credit, and that just really made me laugh.
Oh, nice. Full circle.
We'll talk about full circle. We're going to do a 360, 720 here. I don't know. We gave a shout out to the Twilight Pwn a few weeks back, this Twilight Zone podcast.
I remember.
The episode, they only have 3 episodes left. The episode they're doing this week, it's getting released the same day Seincast comes out. They're talking about The Dummy, which features Testikov in it, playing Willie.
Nice.
So, gave a shout out to them. They gave us a shout out. I'm returning the shout out. So, there you go.
They gave us a shout out?
They did.
What'd they say?
They said thanks for the shout out.
Hey, what do you say about a podcast like that?
We're going to keep it going. Anything else on this dry cleaning scene?
No.
All right, let's move over to Barney's. Elaine is checking herself out in a mirror, still unsure. The saleswoman is pretty annoyed. Do you want the dress or not? And this is when Elaine realizes, I need a nonpartisan mirror. And without anyone noticing, she kind of sneaks out wearing the dress. Then we're over at the Yankees. Ada is thinking, what's his name again?
Mr. Costanza.
Mr. Costanza for the Rays. George is very happy with himself, claiming, he threatened to quit if she didn't get one. But when she reveals the raise was $25,000.
So you got a $25,000 a year raise?
Yes.
Yeah, you're making more than I am. A secretary cannot be making more than her boss.
Well, apparently they can.
That is quite a raise.
Yeah, that's nuts, right? At the time, when I was a kid, I'm like, $25,000 a year raise. Yeah, that sounds about right. But
Matt,
yeah, the raises I've gotten in my life, no siree, Bob.
So let me get this straight. George and Ada had sex, and now they're kind of conversing again. She still calls him Mr. Costanza?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
She doesn't get it. I don't know if Ada is still George's secretary when we see her again in the race, but I like to think she climbs the ranks at the Yankees.
Oh, yeah, me too.
She becomes like Steinbrenner's number 2 or something like that.
There's actually some deleted dialogue that implies that she did move on up. Originally, the scene we were currently in ended with Ada going to a dinner at the 21 restaurant, which is apparently a swanky New York restaurant.
Yeah.
And she said Steinbrenner said it would be a lot better than high school cafeterias, whatever that means. And George protests, "Hey, we need to get those cross promotional figures, together." And Ada says, "Well, you better get going then."
Nice. I like that. Just put in his place. We're at Barney's now. Elaine is shuffling down the sidewalk, trying to get a good look at herself and store windows. It's freezing out. There's snow on the sidewalk, and she finally makes it to a normal reflection. But she's like, I look a little hippie. And she just grabs this random guy. Hey, what do you think?
You'll never pull it off.
I think she looks great.
Richard Marion plays Guy.
Just Guy?
Yeah, that's his name. Hey, Guy. He was in Child's Play 3 and Rhodey.
Do you think any of our listeners know him from either of those movies?
Perhaps.
All right. Next scene, we're at Barney's. Jerry arrives looking for women's moisturizer. What's that all about? Why is he there for moisturizer?
Just trying to find Kramer. the ticket.
Is he trying to track him down, to the moisturizer department?
No cell phones back in these days. Kramer's on Madison Avenue looking for that moisturizer. He's at Barney's.
All right. Well, some customers complained to the saleswoman about a woman hogging one of the dressing rooms.
Excuse me, miss. Is everything okay in there?
Yeah.
Kramer? Jerry, you got my clothes?
What clothes?
Didn't Elaine call you?
No.
Well, what are you doing here?
What am I doing here? You're in the women's dressing room. I need that ticket stub back so I can get my mother's fur coat out.
Oh, the stub. Yeah, I left it in my pants.
Where are your pants?
Well, I sold them to Banya.
What? You sold your pants to Banya? Let me in. Why'd you sell your pants to Banya?
I had Uma Thurman's number written on that stub. I lost Uma's number.
Where are your clothes?
I told you I sold them to Banya.
You mean what you were wearing?
Yeah.
How'd you expect to get out of here?
Well, I didn't think I had.
I love this stuff. Just like behind the doors, like, what am I doing here? You're in a woman's dressing room.
Yeah.
It's just...
This I could see being Abbott and Costello-y. Kramer with his white boxers and the wallet is tucked into the boxers.
I didn't pick up on that.
That's
great.
awesome. Yeah.
I love that.
Very, very resourceful Kramer is.
Another moment that we can add to the list of when is Kramer only in his underwear scenes.
Hey, this would be a great story for his J. Peterman memoir.
Yes.
I set off to Barney's to get some moisturizer.
Right. And then we get a nice callback to George's comment earlier, I didn't think ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Nice little payoff here to that. But pretty much a catch-up scene. I just love the interactions between Jerry and Kramer are just so good. Elaine returns from her adventure outside, warming her hands up, and then trying to play it cool when the saleswoman sees her. But she knows what happened, and she tells Elaine, hey, you're buying that dress. And again, with Julia, isn't it awesome how she tries to deny it? That's preposterous.
Yeah. They've been going at it all episode, these two. They don't like each other, and there's there's animosity between them.
Right. Whenever I'm shopping somewhere, I can sometimes get irritated if a retail person isn't helpful or being nice to me, but I can't imagine how many annoying customers they have to deal with like this.
Oh, I believe it, my friend. Somebody complained at my work the other day, and it wasn't for the pharmacy department, but they complained that nobody said hello to them when they walked into the store. That was an email that came down.
Wait, who was supposed to say hello? The cashier or the pharmacist, or
no, the people in the retail side in the store?
Yeah,
you're supposed to greet people, but the fact that who knows if they did or not. But the fact that this person took the time to call the number and complain, I wasn't greeted with the hello when I came into the store.
Where's my $100?
Yeah. But $100.
Very bizarre. I mean, getting an email like that would just make me feel really sad. This person is looking for something in their life and it's going to be fixed with a hello from a retailer.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to feel bad for that kind of person.
I don't.
F*** them.
Turn those machines back on.
It's pretty good.
Thank you.
It's good.
So is Elaine going to be wearing the dress out of the store? Or can she wrap it?
You can wrap it. That classic Elaine frown.
Quiver lip.
Yes. So when Elaine heads back to the dressing room defeated, she's like, Kramer, are you still there? Elaine? Jerry?
Kramer?
Banya? Kramer.
I'm going out.
Kramer, you still in there?
Elaine?
Jerry?
Elaine, where's Kramer?
Banya?
Kramer?
I'm going out.
Jerry, Banya. Kramer, I want my money back for this suit. Your Nancy Boy cream leaked all over the pocket. Suit's ruined.
Well, you're not getting any money back. Jerry, come on.
Excuse me.
Uma's number's on that ticket.
Never mind, Uma. I need that ticket to get my mother's fur coat back. Why don't you just give him the money for the suit?
I'm not going to give him $300 now for a suit with moisturizer cream all over it.
I got an idea.
What?
I can't believe I'm going to do this. Can I talk to you for a second? How's everything going?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing of it is, I'm in a bit of an awkward position here because I don't want to get between you two guys, but I need a dry cleaning ticket that's in the pocket of those pants.
Well, all you gotta do is tell Kramer to give me my money back, and you'll get your ticket.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. Well, tell you what I will do, Banya. You give me the ticket, and I will take you out for a nice dinner.
Can we go back to Mendy's?
You want to go to Mendy's? I'll take you to Mendy's.
Twice. I want to go twice.
All right, let's be reasonable, Banya. I'm taking you out for a nice dinner. All I want is a little ticket in that pocket. I think that's a pretty good deal.
2 Mendy's.
All right. Just give me the ticket.
Here you go. Oh.
Did you notice in the scene, Jerry's also sticking with that unemployed actor look from The Wife?
Oh, very good.
Sports jacket and scarf.
And the scarf, yes, very good. Oh man, such a great scene. Very quick this episode, the dialogue. Just love that stuff. And we ultimately get this, Kenny Banya Part 2 storyline where, in the soup, he got to go to Mendy's with Jerry. It was a bad experience, and he never got the meal he was promised. Now Kenny is getting 2 meals out of Jerry.
2 Mendy's.
And they have to go to Mendy's. I mean, my God, Kenny really lucked out with this one.
Oh, made out like a bandit. Mm-hmm. Banya the Bandit. At one point during this scene, Jerry was scripted to ask Banya, how's the Ovaltine bit coming? How's it going over with these audiences? And Banya, with one word, was going to respond, killing.
Wow, that's early.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Did Ovaltine get mentioned last week?
No. I don't think so.
Because
I want to say I think that's like a season 8 joke, with the mentor.
Okay, well, it was very cool that even this far back, they had Banya's, signature bit being Ovaltine.
Mm-hmm. And the word killing, too.
Yes.
But, yeah, great scene. A lot of momentum there. Love that. That to me, is like that Abbott and Costello stuff, just that ping-pong back and forth. It feels like it's been a while since we've had that in one of these episodes. Let's cut over to the Yankees. George is singing a different tune now. How can I do my job knowing that my subordinate is making more money than me? And this is when Steinbrenner goes on one of his epic rants, this time about hitching a ride in a bakery truck.
You think that stuff smells good? Try being cooped up in the back of one of those babies. I couldn't look at a donut for the next 2 years. Well, not that I was ever one for the sweets. Sure, I like a cupcake every now and then like everybody else. I like it when they have a little cream on the inside. It's a surprise. That's good. Plus, the chocolate ones are good, too. Sometimes I just can't even make up my mind. A lot of times I'll mix the two together, make a vanilla fudge.
Oh, doesn't he talk about at a later time he likes to eat the bottom first and then the top? It's almost like a dessert.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm.
So it's always food with this guy.
Let's get over to Barney's again. Jerry gets Kramer the ticket, but he realizes, Uma's number is smudged off from the moisturizer. The dry cleaning number is gone, too.
It must have been the botanical extracts.
Love that. He's so quick.
Yeah.
He looks up. Anyways, Jerry confronts Banya, says, hey, ticket's smudged. It's ruined. Dinner's off. But Banya really whines and says, hey, you promised.
Now who is in the right here? Does Jerry still owe Banya the 2 dinners? Because he did get the ticket.
Excellent question. I'm going to say Jerry is in the right because the ticket is worthless. What I wanted, it's like he sold him false goods, really.
But all he said was, I need a ticket from that jacket, and he got said ticket.
True.
I feel like if he didn't provide the dinners, he'd be going back on what he promised. I think. I'm Team Banya here.
And technically, it wasn't, I need the number, it's I need the ticket.
There you go.
If he had specified, I need to see the number on this ticket, and I'll take you to dinner,
then you got something.
You're right. So you are correct, sir. I believe Kenny technically is in the right.
Yeah.
What are you, gloating?
Yep.
Anyways, Kenny leaves, and Jerry notices Donna, Willie's wife, entering a dressing room wearing his mother's fur coat. And Jerry chases after her. This fight breaks out behind the door. Give me that, it's mine. And eventually, she gives in, and it's odd. She calmly leaves the dressing room.
She knows she's busted.
Is that what's going on? Because she puts up a fight.
She does.
But there must have been just a breaking point where she's like, all right.
No, it's not. Yeah, she knows.
It is.
She's caught.
Anyways, as she leaves, she runs into Elaine, who asks, Hey, Donna, can you get this salt stain out?
Let me see. Piece of cake. Bring it in. What size is it?
And Elaine knows nothing about this scam, right?
Yeah, she's about to be duped as well.
Well, she was at the movie theater with the houndstooth, but it wasn't confirmed. It was just Jerry
Right.
theorizing.
Now, I was wondering if Donna took the dry cleaner's oath as well.
Obviously
or just
not.
Willie.
And that's a great line we didn't bring up earlier with Willie. He's like, you need a code not to borrow other people's clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. Let's cut over to the sidewalk. Love these shots, man. What do you got? It's the three of them walking, right?
Jerry, his houndstooth jacket, along with his scarf, unemployed actor. Elaine with her new dress, which she had wrapped. Mm-hmm. She looks very defeated. And then we have Kramer in Jerry's mother's fur. No pants.
Yes. And those awesome black shoes with the white socks.
Oh, yeah.
God, such a great shot.
This is a great shot of the New York street. If you look in the background, you can see very visible is Cal's signs. Cal is Jerry's father, who was noted as owning his own sign business.
That's
so
right.
A nice tribute to his father having that sign displayed in the show.
And Cal shows up in almost every episode. He is in the photo somewhere between the apartment door and the bathroom door. You know, it's
right above the little speaker.
Yeah, under the light fixture. That's Cal there, and that was really fun to see at the Hulu exhibit.
Oh,
kind of cool. He's standing there with his $5 sign advertisement. Never realized this before this episode, but the fur coat predates Putty and Joe Mayo. It's in this episode, which makes me wonder: is this fur coat prop the same one they use? When Putty wears it to Joe Mayo's party.
I feel a side-by-side coming on.
Well, maybe.
Do your work, monkey boy.
It just looks like it. When Kramer's walking down the street, he looks like Putty pretty much when he walks into Monk's wearing it. But anyways.
In that episode, we never see Joe Mayo and Putty with the coats side by side, right? It's only the one coat.
Hey, I got a coat just like that.
Joe Mayo's awesome. Hey, Joe Mayo.
Don't tap on the glass. Just have fun. All right, anyways. Let's cut over to Mendy's last scene of the episode. Very familiar scene. Jerry and Banya out to eat.
This soup is great.
Yeah, it's very good.
I told you Mendy's had the best pea soup. The best, Jerry. The best. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm having a wonderful time.
Wait till you try the swordfish. Jerry, I was thinking, for our next meal, do you think we should come here, or should we go someplace else? It has its pros and cons. On the one hand, here, you're guaranteed a great meal. On the other hand,
Yeah, I know. This would be good, but it would be the same. But if we go someplace else, it would be different, but it might not be as good. It's a gamble. I get it.
yeah. Well, let's hurry up and eat. I gotta get out of here. I'm meeting a woman for a drink.
Oh, and who might that be?
Some woman named Uma. I got her number off that ticket before it was smudged.
Hope she's good looking.
What I recall from this scene is Banya does not even flinch at Jerry's hostility. Jerry's just completely dejected. He's kind of snapping at Kenny with every remark. It's a gamble. I get it.
Yes.
And Kenny could care less. He's having a great time.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't care at all, man. It makes me wonder, is Kenny aware of what's going on, or is he just in complete la-la land?
Yeah, I don't think he knows how much Jerry dislikes him. He's so happy to be at his favorite restaurant with a guy that he adores and considers a friend that he doesn't notice. He's like Joel Hornick 2.0.
Yes.
He doesn't notice that Jerry can't stand him.
Joel and Pat Buckles merged together kind of. Mm-hmm. I noticed under the table that Banya has on white sneakers.
I saw that.
And I'm not saying Jerry's the only one to wear white sneakers, but it just seems like
it's a signature look, my friend.
He would do it because Jerry does.
It almost is like Banya's like the original Bizarro Jerry.
Yeah.
Like he's this hacky comedian who wears white sneakers and,
Very much so.
Go on, noodle with that.
Ultimately, though, the scene feels like the universe is course correcting. Like Jerry was able to do something in the soup that, broke the cycle. And now the universe is like, no, you don't.
Oh, yeah,
it puts him back where he's always meant to be with Kenny.
Things are evening out for Jerry.
Yeah, in an unfortunate way, but...
Could we argue that this is like one of those unofficial two-parters?
Yeah,
it's the resolution of the Banya storyline with Mendes?
Yeah, I kind of hinted at that earlier. It just feels like Steve Heitner really lucked out with this character. I mean, he does a great job, but the fact that he gets to come back just a few episodes later and finish up a story arc...
Yeah,
I don't know. That's really cool. Most guest actors don't get to do that. I'm like, Steve Heitner should be grateful. But I'm just so glad that...
he should be on his hands and knees begging.
Right.
Or thank you.
I want my main four to win, but I like that Kenny's winning one.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Just feels nice.
If you are a waiter or a waitress and you ever see me in a restaurant, I'm telling you right now, I don't want to hear about the specials. I don't want to know about the specials. I'm sick of the specials. I hate the specials. My feeling is if the specials were so special, they'd be on the menu. You know what's special about them? They don't know if anybody likes it. They always have those overly creative descriptions of the specials, too, you know? The veal is lightly slapped and then sequestered in a one-bedroom suite with a white wine intravenous.
Ah, this is one of Jerry's bits from I'm Telling You for the Last Time.
Really?
I believe so.
Huh, that last part at the end, like, the veal is lightly slapped and then sequestered in a one-bedroom suite with a white wine intravenous.
Not that part so much, but the my feeling is if the specials were special, they'd be on the menu.
Mm-hmm. I can never remember the specials. Like, when I'm at a restaurant and the waiter or waitress starts, listing them, I'm like, what? Huh? What's happening?
There's only certain buzzwords I'm looking for that I will be like, yes, give me that. Otherwise, I'm turned off. The ending of that stand-up, the veal is lightly slapped and then sequestered. That reminds me of the burly waiter at the steakhouse. It's a full bird, stuffed with ham, topped with gorgonzola.
I don't know why that makes me laugh so much.
It's a fun scene.
It's a good trivia question, too. You know that restaurant they go to, I forget the name of it, but it's right across the street from the Apple Store in the West Village.
Oh, yeah?
Around the corner from Comics. Remember that old club?
We were there. Man, we were there.
We should hit it up, though, man. Get like
I'm waiting.
Porterhouse steak.
Oh, speaking of which, we're going to come in Friday night.
Should I cut this part out?
Yeah.
Okay. Vinny and I are going to make plans for Brooklyn Cyclones. Let's move on to... Yeah, right now, and then we'll move on to ratings and reviews.
So, what do you think?
Oh, those are some good plans we just made, Vinny.
Got it?
Yeah, I got
All
it.
sorts of planning going on.
Wrote it all down. Looking forward to seeing you in just a couple of weeks for Brooklyn Cyclones.
So, Matt, I believe the question is this episode doable?
Oh, it's definitely doable.
Oh, yeah.
I really like this episode. It's, again, man, it's not going to be on my top 20, maybe not even in my top 50, probably. But there's something about the dialogue this week that I just love. And I think season 6 has a lot of episodes like this. Mm-hmm. I love the delivery. I think everyone does a great job with the material they're given. It's just not one of these, classic episodes or anything really too memorable, like I said, for the casual fan.
And
anyways,
two wonderful appearances from guest actors this week, both Steve Heitner and Vicki Lewis.
Yes.
Following the first watch of this episode, I had good episode, but kind of lighter on the laughs.
Uh-huh.
But after kind of discussing it with you and going back and forth, I take that back. There's some nice moments and memorable moments, very quotable, that are in this episode. So it's very enjoyable. Also agree.
You heard us throughout the entire episode. I mean, Willie, Uma, like there's just so much, so much fun, playful dialogue.
It won't crack my top 20, but I enjoyed it. And nice to see two, newer writers on the scene.
Yes. And another thing that we didn't mention, the first, not official appearance of George Steinbrenner, but in that setting, and getting Larry David, to lend the voice and knowing he's going to be a recurring character. That's just like another kind of thing to cross off the list of we're almost there. We're almost to the point where Seinfeld is on cruise control, for the rest of the series.
True.
And, everyone's here. Steinbrenner, Peterman, Putty, everyone. But anyways,
All
kind,
the Hall
of
of
a, kind of a
Famers.
weird way to look at it. But
Sure. But the question is, does this episode crack your top 20?
no, won't crack my top 20, but I really enjoy it. And probably so far, it's my favorite quotable episode this season. Might be my favorite,
I think you're right.
all season. We'll see, though. I know the Doorman is one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be quoting Larry Miller all over the place when we get to that episode.
For sure.
All right, that's going to do it for us here on Seincast this week. Please feel free to send us an email at seincast@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram, if you dare.
Vinny, what episode do we have next week?
We will be discussing the 10th episode of Season 6, The Race.
Now, Vinny, will you be here next week to record?
Maybe I will, Matt. Maybe I will.
But for now, I'm Matt.
I'm Vinny.
Signing off. Seincast is not endorsed by Castle Rock Entertainment, Sony Pictures, or NBC. It is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Seinfeld, the Seinfeld logo, and all names, pictures, and audio of Seinfeld characters are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.
Uma, uma, uma.